Greetings, Internet. Welcome to episode 5 of the SmartAssPodCast. We can officially do that thing where we draw 4 lines in the wall and then throw a slash through it. Mm-hmm. Like we're in prison. If you're in prison, watch the SmartAssPodcast and get a chance. Anyway.
This is Chris.
And this is Eli.
Sir Wookie Wang.
A.K.A. Sir Wookie Wang.
Please like, share, and subscribe. The bell right there for notifications.
Push the little bell, please, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Want to start off today with some sad...
Yeah, we want to get the negative stuff out of the way so we can bring in the positive.
The positive for the rest of the show. You want to start off with the boss, or...
Yes.
Yeah, let's start off with the boss.
Today, in boss history, sadly, Bruce Springsteen got a DUI. It's not that funny.
The boss.
The boss went to the park on his motorcycle and was caught taking shots of Patron. Because tequila is a hell of a fucking booze.
Tequila is not my favorite, but it's alright. He's the boss. He can drink whatever he wants.
Yeah, no, I was drinking some last night. And I know how he got caught.
You want to take a quick second to talk about your hair?
The hell that come from?
You said you wanted to talk about it.
Not in the middle of a news segment. Ladies and gentlemen, I had my hair braided since last night because I was going out and I wanted to bring out some of my different cultures within me.
Yeah, Valhalla, Vikings.
I'm a good old fashioned American mutt. I do get a little Viking in me, and I got some Native American in me. So braids seemed like a good idea last night. Again, tequila was involved.
Yes.
How do I look? Do you miss the man bun?
That's the comparison with the boss. Tequila. This is what tequila does to you.
Tequila makes you do things you wouldn't normally do. I braided my hair. Let me know how I look in the comments. And the boss sadly went to the park to think about shit and
drank a little too much.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen.
At least
it is not funny.
Yeah, at least he got hurt. He didn't get hurt, and no one else got hurt.
No, thank God.
But Jeep pulled his commercial after the Super Bowl, which kind of sucks. But
they look like they put a lot of effort into that too. A lot of money.
But they had the kind of audacity to play it during the Super Bowl, even though they knew about this before we knew about it. So they were trying to make their money back before they shit canned them, which is kind of fucked. But boss, I love you. Go to rehab, get your AA chips.
Get it together, man.
Go to mass. You'll figure it out. Yes. Keep making great music. I love you, sir.
It's awesome. He's in his 70s, still coming out with music.
2 albums in the past 2 years.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
That's good.
He is the boss. And to finish up our negative news this week, I think that's something you should talk about.
Gina Carano has been let go from The Mandalorian and all future Star Wars projects.
Sadly. This was not the choice of Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni.
No. She put a bunch of negative tweets out there. Some definitely shouldn't have been said. But I do not believe it warranted her being fired.
First Amendment. We're in America. But, it's
disappointing. Her character, Cara Dune, was a major part of the show.
A strong female character that we loved.
She was excellent. Former UFC fighter, and she was going to potentially be a major role player character in the Rangers of the New Republic, I believe it was going to be called. Another Disney Plus series coming out that's going to tie in with The Mandalorian.
But
so I don't know.
Sadly, that shall not be. I don't know if they're going to continue on with that series just without her.
They might just cancel it.
Or cancel it, yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with her character.
But
that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. But
I don't know if they're going to recast. I don't think they'll recast. You think they will?
I don't think so.
Just kill off the character off screen. That would suck.
Yeah, but
her story wasn't finished yet.
It wasn't, especially when she became like the sheriff of that town, basically.
Yeah. She basically accepted a role with the Republic. Mm-hmm. They gave her the badge. They were talking about her past. She was from Alderaan, the planet that was destroyed in The New Hope by the Death Star.
That's right. Bill Burr brought that up, didn't he?
Yeah. Leia's home world. So.
Well,
But enough with the negative.
Yeah. Let's get back to the positive.
Yeah. WandaVision.
Let's start off with WandaVision like usual.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. There's still one ahead of us, the bastards.
Halloween theme.
Halloween. I love a good fucking Halloween anything. Especially a sitcom. I grew up watching Tim the Two-Man Taylor, Roseanne, all those classic fucking Halloween episodes. Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
You know he loves Halloween.
I love Halloween. I love horror movies. I love
that type of stuff.
All kinds of fucking horror shit.
Mm-hmm.
But so a Halloween episode was right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did we get a Halloween episode, we got a 90s Halloween episode, like late 90s, early 2000s.
And the beginning was inspired by Malcolm in the Middle. Classic TV series.
Love Malcolm in the Middle. Bryan Cranston.
Breaking Bad.
I fucking love Brian. Fucking, I wish he was a bigger character in the American Godzilla movies. Anyway.
Yeah.
I hope they kind of retcon it and maybe he's alive or some shit.
That'd be nice.
Anyway.
I mean, the way they teased the trailer, it seemed like he was going to be a major character, and then he's gone.
Yeah,
so.
there was a cock tease. That's
not right.
At least I got Godzilla.
Yeah.
Also, for half a second, while we're on Godzilla, like the American Godzilla movies have been good this time around, but quit having fucking fights at night. We get it. The monsters, they fight at night. It's spooky. Fucking, I want some daylight
CGI,
fights.
That's why.
No shit.
Scared.
I want old 60s fucking kaiju monster battles where they have to blow daylight out and a bunch of jackasses are beating each other up in rubber costumes.
It's not like they're bright colored either.
No, exactly. Exactly. You can't see this motherfuckers at the darkness.
No.
Anyway, that aside, Halloween, WandaVision.
Yeah. What about the costumes? Excellent. Wanda's, Vision's.
Wow, that fucking Wanda and Vision.
They make a funny reference, Vision does, saying to Wanda, you like Mexican wrestlers?
Yeah.
That was
Lucha Libre.
Yeah, Lucha Libre. Her brother Pietro has the classic Quicksilver outfit on with the hair and everything. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I like that.
And her, Tommy or Billy? Tommy,
yes.
Was one of the twins.
Yes.
One of them was dressed like his Uncle Quicksilver because he seems to have inherited his powers.
Yes, which is interesting.
And the other one dressed up, it looked like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so maybe he has some...
If I'm wrong, if anyone knows what kind of classic Marvel costume it was, write it down in the comments.
Please do.
But he seems to have gotten his mother's powers.
Yeah. Mother's, maybe even something like Doctor Strange.
Psychic abilities.
Yeah, psychic abilities, we'll say that.
But,
seems like Wanda is in full control, though, of this world reality.
It is.
The Hex, they call it.
The Hex.
The Hex.
Coined by Darcy Lewis herself,
yes.
Dr. Darcy.
Yes, Dr. Darcy
Lewis. But I'm talking about the kids for a second, now that I think about it. Both the kids have inherited her and her brother's powers, but none of them got the Vision's powers.
It's interesting.
So are the kids real or not? And, because if they had, because don't you think one of them would have the father's powers too?
Yeah, you would think, but as you see, spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
You see later on in the episode, Vision cannot leave the Hex because he is dead.
I thought you said he couldn't get it up, so he couldn't be the real father.
He is done. He could not leave the Hex.
He could not leave the Hex. He got fucked up.
Yes, his body was going all over the place, just.
And in a panic,
it was just crumbling.
And in a panic mode, fucking Wanda expanded the Hex.
Yeah, to save her husband.
To save him again.
And to bye-bye, I would say bye-bye Sword.
Yeah, Sword has literally become a bunch of clowns. She turned them into a circus. All the tents.
Well, the way they're acting, it's pretty pretty funny.
Especially with that,
pretty ironic.
Hayward, he's been an asshole.
Just an idiot. Just doesn't know what he's doing.
Everything's by force with this guy.
The power he's going up against, he doesn't know how to handle it.
He doesn't know
what he's doing, clearly, in my opinion, at least.
Speaking of Sword, we have Rambo had like some kind of cryptic thing to say about meeting a secret ally to help out.
Yeah, maybe Doctor Strange will come in play because we know this is going to tie into Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness.
And
Sam Raimi.
And who else would be able to get in and out of a field like that?
Yeah, it feels like it's all leading towards Doctor Strange. I feel like they're going to make a major appearance in this by some major Avenger. Makes sense. Who else could it be?
Exactly, especially someone that can fuck with realities and whatnot himself.
Because it's already rumored she's going to appear in his movie.
That would make sense.
So, also, the Hex, as they call it.
The Hex.
They were
the kids are calling it these days.
Darcy Lewis was speaking to Rambo. They were doing the episode previous, I believe. They did a test on her body, and they brought it up again.
That's right.
The molecules, all the molecules, molecular, they were all changing her body all over the place. So
on a cellular level.
That's maybe a reference towards the mutants being introduced.
They have the rights to the mutants now,
into this universe. So
that would explain how only
huge too.
Few out of so many people become mutants.
Mm-hmm. So I think that'll
the
be
mutant gene.
They're setting it up that way. So
it seems to be.
Seems that way. We'll see.
And New Jersey's not that far from upstate New York, which is where Xavier's Manor is.
Yeah. It will be a great way.
School for Gifted Children.
By now, there's probably at least about 1,000 people in this hex, alternate reality, whatever you want to call.
And it would be
and they're all changing. You can see some of them are just frozen in space.
Yeah.
It looks like they're just completely losing their mind.
And
they're like in a loop or something. Just weird.
Yep, like NPCs in a video game. They just keep doing the same thing over and over again. But in this case, it's against their free will.
A small part of them's still there, though. Because you see some of them are crying.
And physically like and mentally in fucking anguish.
Extreme pain.
Extreme.
Extreme pain. Not good.
Not good at all.
Pietro, Evan Peters.
Yes, my favorite Quicksilver. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Kick-Ass.
Also,
I forgot his real name.
American Horror Story. I feel like he was great in that as well.
Fucking great.
Shady. I would say there's some shady things behind this character. How does he know all this stuff about the hex and everything that's going on? If he just popped up last episode, I don't know. Could he be Mephisto? Or
Mephisto, maybe Nightmare.
Nightmare?
And it would kind of make sense because that would explain the casting change too.
Yeah, it would.
I know it was funny that they replaced him with the other Quicksilver because people liked that one better. But that would in the storyline that would make sense of why he's recast as a different character.
Remember when they were speaking in their conversation in the episode? He's talking about everything that's going on to her, and she's like, "Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's wrong what I'm doing?" He's like, "No, I think it's great." It's
like a fucking demon would say that shit to you.
He's making other comments. He's calling the twins what? Demon spawns. He's calling the city hell.
Yeah.
Like those type of references.
There's some shit going on.
It just seems like something strange going on. Even in the comics, he made a deal with Wanda to actually help create the twins in one version of the comics. Yeah. He also made deals with Spider-Man and Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Another characters to be thrown out there. But
fucking A. Yeah, no, I hope they bring Ghost Rider back. Like motorcycle Ghost Rider, like not fucking.
Not Nicolas Cage. Get him out of here.
I'll bring back Nick Cage because
Nicolas Cage is probably the actor I hate the most out of any actor out there right now today.
You love him.
Nicolas Cage has got
The Rock is an amazing movie.
Like our videos, Nicolas Cage, but you gotta go.
I love you. Well, anyway, no, the Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they use the newer car Ghost Rider, and like it's like you're not Christine Marvel. You're not getting John Carpenter, Stephen King vibes. Just bring back the fucking motorcycle. You have the technology to make a cool ass fucking like a skull head on fire.
And speaking of Mephisto, maybe this is another possible spoiler, rumor, whatever you want to call it. Maybe Wanda made a deal with him to get her perfect reality, bring Vision back, bring her, give her kids something that she wants. She wants happiness. Like she said, after everything that happened, she just felt alone, scared, and then this happened. She really couldn't explain it. So,
speaking of unexplainable shit, how about these commercials in there?
Yeah. The Stark Toaster.
The Stark Toaster. We're supposed to represent Stark weaponry.
The Stark weaponry. The bomb that killed her and Pietro's parents back in, which was explained in the Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. I believe that's my friend's favorite. Well, at least
Ultron,
one of his favorite.
Yeah, it's definitely top fucking 3 Marvel films.
One of his favorite Marvel films.
100%.
But that was a interesting reference, very dark reference.
Yeah,
you know?
But it was a beeping toaster with a Stark symbol on that. It reminds me of a bomb too. Especially it's like the 50s, like kind of like that like fucking early atomic age vibe, old school like sci-fi and shit like that.
Pretty cool. And then we have in episode 2 the Stryker Watch.
Stryker Watch.
Stryker is a Marvel villain.
You might remember him from
Age of Ultron again. He's the Hydra scientist that was experimenting on the twins in the beginning.
Yep.
So that's another interesting reference.
That is a fucking good one.
Yeah.
And then we have, the Hydra Soap?
Hydra Soap, yeah.
Hydra Soap.
Don't clean yourself with Hydra Soap.
And this one's actually a little more esoteric. This one, they were actually taken from the old Calgon soap. So Calgon used to have a tagline. It was always some depressed housewife. She's like, Calgon, take me away. It was such a good smelling soap and shit. And it's supposed to represent her trying to escape into a fantasy world. She's washing away all the sins of the past and
she wants to escape
starting
everything.
off fresh in
everything
the new
that
world.
She's been through. She just wants to,
which I like it.
Leave it Leave it back in that reality.
And speaking of reality, episode 4, what do we get? No commercial because it takes 95% of the show takes place in the real world.
Yep.
Which that makes sense to me.
Explaining things, catching up on everything.
Yep. From
the real world's perspective. And then episode 5, we have the Lagos.
Oh, that's right, Lagos paper towels.
Lagos paper towels.
Which represents Captain America's Civil War, I believe. Yeah. Lagos, Nigeria, where
when she accidentally...
her powers go bananas.
She accidentally
kills a whole bunch of innocent
blew up a whole building. I think they were humanitarian.
Humanitarians, yeah. It's like the Red Cross or something like that.
Not good. That. And that was a major plot point and role in the Civil War that occurred.
Yeah.
In the Sokovian Accords, I believe they were called.
Yeah, and that was really another dark piece of reference.
Yeah, that was dark.
Because paper towels clean up your mess and clean up a bunch of dead bodies is quite the mess.
Yeah, that's quite the reference there, Marvel.
And then the most recent one, I'm getting excited about this one because it was also the one that most fit in its generation.
Yo Magic Yogurt.
Yo Magic Yogurt. It was like this fucking mid-90s amazing brightly colored fucking
Great White Shark
fucking claymation that classic fucking 90s look to it. It really fit in with this episode. It was amazing. It reminded me of old Bubblicious commercial or fucking Go-Gurt or some shit. It was fucking great.
It's hilarious. But we have this kid stranded on the island.
And a fucking great white shark.
Yeah, pops up out of the water with yogurt out of everything.
Of all things.
How do you get yogurt?
He's a fucking shark.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not pollute.
He doesn't have fucking thumbs.
It is not right. Do not throw shit in the ocean.
Please don't throw shit in the ocean.
We don't need sharks eating yogurt.
Or I'll throw shit at you.
Yes.
You bastard. Plus, how do you pick it up? He's got no thumbs.
I know. Very strange. He has a fin there. But he passes off the yogurt to the gentleman.
Who dies anyway of starvation.
But the reference is he tries to help. He's trying to help someone that's already doomed. He's on a small island, no water. No food, except for the little crab that's hanging out with him.
I want to eat the crab.
If he's going to catch the crab, I don't know.
I've caught crabs
But we see the kid wither away, and it's like a reference to Wanda trying to save Vision, and with her reality, the Hex, which Darcy Lewis again calls.
Darcy Lewis.
And he's doomed. We already know he's gone, he's dead. There's nothing she can do about it.
Especially after today's episode.
She's still trying to find her happiness, create her perfect little reality world. Or world.
Yeah. Trying to feed a starving man.
Yeah.
Oh, Wanda.
Oh, Wanda. You went down the wrong path, Wanda. Hopefully you can figure it out.
So we'll see what happens with this.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
I like where it's going so far. It's interesting.
Another friggin' cliffhanger at the end, I feel like.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Make us want to come back for next week.
Exactly.
Disney Plus wants the viewers.
I kind of want to go to that circus, too.
Yeah.
I missed the circus.
I'll go hang out with a bunch of
clowns.
Sword agents that are now clowns.
I hang out with a lot of clowns anyway, so I might as well hang out with these clowns.
Anyway.
That's WandaVision.
Again. And, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Let's move on to another great series.
Game of Thrones prequels we're about to touch on. One of my all-time favorite series. I did not like how it ended.
Yeah.
Highly disappointed.
HBO can't end their shows because they did the same fucking things with The Sopranos and it pissed me off.
What they did to my man Jon Snow.
Bullshit.
Oh, they just threw him behind the wall. No respect.
Those motherfuckers. But prequel series.
No respect.
So, what is it? House of Dragons,
House of Dragon, based on the Dance of Dragons, a major conflict that happened roughly, I believe,
100 years ago?
150 years before Game of Thrones, where that time period takes place in the series. And it's a major rebellion. It's basically splits the kingdom in two. The Targaryen households fighting each other. Mm-hmm. They the one side has a claim, another side has a claim, and they pretty much battle it out, and they wipe out their family house.
Duke it out.
After this war, they're never the same. They lose almost all their dragons, their manpower. It's just not a good solution.
Alright, so it's going to explain how most of the dragons died out.
Yeah, and it leads down the path of another series rumored to come out, Robert's Rebellion. And it leads to that, the ultimate downfall of the Targaryens, where he killed Rhaegar on the Trident and he took the throne. So
King Egg.
I am very excited about that. And then we also have the Duncan. We also have the Duncan Egg series. Aegon Targaryen and Duncan the Tall. They're it's going to go over. There's a series of books. George R.R. Martin hasn't finished that. He hasn't finished the new book. He
hasn't finished a lot of things.
He better get it together.
I still remember this. There's a video on somewhere here on the internet, on YouTube.
Yep.
It's just him and Stephen King doing a lecture, like they're like just talking to each other.
Yeah, he's like, I think I write like 3 chapters a day. He's like, what? I'm lucky if I read like a page.
He's like, how do you do it? He's like, I just do it. What do you mean, how do you do it? You do it.
Pen to paper, hands to typewriter, hands to laptop, whatever you use.
He's too busy being a fat pervert with that flat cap.
Yes, and doing everything on TV. He has his hands in so many things at the moment. And the gentleman's old. We need you to finish your stories.
Also,
please.
Get your hand out of the cookie jar. And actually, get your hand out of the cookie jar. You don't need more cookies.
Yes. We need you to
last. Coming from me, it's saying a lot, but we need you to last.
No disrespect, but we need you another 15 to 20 years.
We want you alive and to write more books, because we like them.
We love your stuff, man. But,
keep doing it.
like I said, the Duncan Egg trilogy of stories, 90 years before the Game of Thrones series, goes about on with the adventures of Duncan the and Aegon Targaryen before he became king.
Oh, Aegon.
Pretty interesting. We'll see where that leads. Previous rumors have said that he wanted them not to even touch that until he finished the book, so that's interesting.
We'll see what happens with that.
It's HBO, though. Money talks. So.
Money does talk and bullshit walks, but maybe that also means that he actually got some inspiration and finished those ones first.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Any property's good.
Yeah.
Just finish one of them.
Let's hope they learn their lesson. They did a lot of great with the Game of Thrones series, but how they ended it, let's hope they learned from that.
Please, HBO, quit fucking up your endings, because you make these amazing shows, but then you screw us in the end.
Game of Thrones. I know we all love the action sequences, but what made that show was the conversations and the conflict between the characters. It was fantastic, and that just slowly...
the boobies.
Slowly. It just slowly went away from us, and it's just... Throughout the last few seasons, it was just less and less, and
Tony Stark's just sitting there, and then he starts talking, and it goes to black. What the fuck? The fuck's the matter with you?
Cut the shit.
Cut the shit.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, I miss James Gandolfini. You see his fucking son Michael looks exactly like him. I think we talked about this a little in a couple episodes.
That would be great. I can't wait to see that.
That's gonna be great. Speaking of HBO shows, but anyway,
another.
The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, ladies and gentlemen.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Yes, sir. So we got a little confirmation from Netflix. Not a good one, but not a bad one, I guess, either. But they pushed back the release of season 2 from mid-spring to August 17th. So now we have at least a definitive date, and they gave a decent reason why they pushed it back.
Which it's acceptable with everything going around the world, you know.
Yeah, with all that bullshit going on.
We're lucky that we're getting it when we're getting it.
Exactly. And
I'm happy to see it.
But their other main reason was they got to finish the animated series for the prequel.
Yeah. Jason Momoa, potentially.
Jason Momoa is supposed to be playing the first
Witcher.
And very first Witcher.
Don't know the name yet, but mystery's good. You don't need all the information. You don't need everything leaked. We'll see.
We'll see what's going on.
Be interested. I mean, I know it's rumored to be animated, but it might be live action.
Maybe.
You never know. I would like either way. I feel like an animated series would be
maybe
great.
It'll start off animated and then they'll bring those characters into the show, maybe in flashbacks or like have them meet up with people or whatever.
Well, for the Witcher season 2, I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with the character arcs. I know you love Dandelion. What's his name?
Dandelion?
Jasker.
Jaskier. Yeah, which is just Polish for dandelion. Yes. Like they just translated it in the books. I don't know, but either way, I fucking love him. He's my favorite character.
Interested to see where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
I thought the first season was good. I honestly need to rewatch it. It's not the freshest in my mind, but
toss a coin.
Yes, I thought the monsters were awesome. Creative, very creative. I thought that was cool. I wonder where they're gonna go with it. And
I like that they're taken from like Polish and like Eastern European awesome. And like Gallic like folklore because it doesn't really get touched upon like usually when you're talking about like mythology and stuff like that.
Isn't the author Polish that wrote the books as well? So it's good stuff.
Don't ask me to pronounce his name.
Oh no, don't even.
I'll put his name right here because I'm not pronouncing it and butchering it on
fucking nice picture of him.
Yes. But The Witcher.
The Witcher,
and speaking of that, speaking of Dandelion, I'm fucking like, I have to rewatch the series myself because I've been like obsessed with like Toss a Coin to Your Witcher lately. I've been listening on fucking repeat in my car, going everywhere, and singing it to myself.
Yep.
Especially in like abandoned places where like a good echo. Oh, Valley of Plenty. It's fucking ridiculously good. Please go fucking watch that scene and listen to it.
One of those songs that just it's caught in your head.
It's an earworm, definitely. Gets stuck in your head.
Halloween 3. Happy
Silver
Halloween.
Shamrock.
Yeah.
Watch our reviews. We'll leave links in the description.
Yes. Check it out, please.
Please. So The Witcher, that's it. Well, what other TV news is there? Oh, another good series. Supernatural, which is finally coming to an end at season 15.
15.
Well, we were supposed to end it like a season or two ago, but like they brought it back.
So we're gonna have that ending. Let's see what we get.
Exactly. So we're gonna have a definitive ending this year, and it's coming out not just a season, but also the complete series on DVD and Blu-ray coming out May 25th. 2021.
Probably a $200 box set.
At fucking least. At fucking least. But I would definitely buy that again, even though I got a few of the seasons like scattered about.
Start putting your spare change in the piggy bank, ladies
and see, like the box is definitely going to be like this fucking big.
Yeah.
But I am very excited about that.
I've never seen this series, but my buddy said it's pretty good.
It's very fucking good.
I've seen I think I've just woken up some days with it just on TV.
It's
on channel I've watched.
It would come on like TNT every fucking morning before like fucking
just randomly be on from like a basketball game or something I'm watching the night before. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah, but it's such a good show. It's like Sam and Dean Winchester, just two brothers that hunt demons.
Yeah.
That's the long and short of it.
I think I woke up one day and they were like both on a bridge and like a car was chasing them down or something. It was like a possessed car. It was like
that's an old episode. Yeah,
that was strange. I was like, what's going on?
It's like a killer car in like Louisiana or some shit. It's a truck.
It's like, okay. Jurassic Park.
It's an old one. Jurassic Park.
The third.
Jurassic World Domination.
Yeah.
Yep. So
the dinosaurs are on the loose.
They are on the loose, and after that fucking short film last year to bridge the gap between this one and the last one.
The campsite scene.
It's going to be fucking stellar to see all these fucking dinosaurs running amok.
I can't wait. Causing chaos, eating people.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane.
And speaking of running amok, we have Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill running amok on social media, and it's fucking amazing, and I love every fucking minute of it.
Please check it out.
Please check it out. So, first off, they're giving more screen time to Jeff Goldblum and fucking...
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Great actor.
And Sam Neill.
Thor 3.
Thor 3 Ragnarok. If I love him in vibes. I love him in everything.
The Grandmaster.
Yeah. Grandmaster. But he comes back as fucking his character, Ian Malcolm, and fucking Sam Neill comes back as Alan Grant. And they're supposed to be in it a lot longer. And I would love to see them interact with fucking Chris Pratt, which would be great.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic.
Hilarious. But anyway,
it's gonna happen. Main characters, there's gotta. At some point,
gotta fucking happen.
Gotta team up.
But anyway, you catch Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum hanging out in whatever hotel they're staying at while they're filming.
Plenty of alcohol, apparently.
Definitely alcohol involved, or marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah, that's something.
Something's going on in this. Because first off, they're both accomplished fucking musicians.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, I don't know if you know, he's a jazz musician, and
I did not know that.
He actually plays at theaters.
I figured
all the time.
they were pretty good.
3 albums
he was playing the piano.
And Sam Neill can sing and play the guitar, and
Merlin.
I
need to check those out.
You do have to those. Those are probably my favorite Merlin movies.
I love the Merlin, the TV series. Go check that out. Netflix, BBC.
So you'll like the Sam Neill one, trust me.
Yep.
So they're just singing and playing piano like. It's like nothing, like between scenes. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
They're singing over, isn't it romantic? And like all this kind of great stuff. It's fucking. They seem like an old married couple sitting at a piano. They kind of remind me of like fucking Archie and Edith Bunker, like singing at the piano.
Great chemistry between these
two.
Holy
shit! I
feel like they just went off like they just did it on their own. I don't feel like they wrote that down or friggin' anything like that.
I fucking love these two.
They just went off each other. It was hilarious.
It's definitely like. They're long lost friends. They haven't seen each other in forever, but the minute they get back together, like they immediately connect and like fucking get right back. Like they started a sentence 20 years ago. Exactly. Start something 20 years ago, finish it immediately. It's fucking. I love those two.
The first Jurassic Park was a classic. That was,
it was
amazing.
Speaking of them singing, there's a video out there where someone cut them out of the video of them singing and put it in the Jeeps in the original Jurassic Park
movie. T-Rex scene when it first appears.
Look that up. It's fucking hilarious. Just type
fantastic.
in Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill sing, it'll pop up.
You'll find it, ladies and gentlemen.
You will find it, but it's... Jurassic World 3, Domination.
I can't wait
for
to
that
see
next summer.
I can't wait to see that sea monster running, like swimming around, taking out boats, eating surfers,
fucking people up.
Like Jaws times 10. That thing's gigantic.
I want to see more Carnotaurus. My favorite dinosaur is
very violent.
The fucking meat-eating bull.
That thing's cool too.
My fucking favorite dinosaur is
awesome.
Badass as fuck. Yeah, we got his ass kicked by the fucking T-Rex last year.
I would love to see Spinosaurus make a comeback from the third Jurassic Park.
True.
Back in the day, that'd be nice. Another
Call
Samuel.
up to Winston Studios and where's the old one from Part 3?
Bring it back.
Yeah, that would definitely give Samuel fucking flashbacks.
Is cool.
It is cool as fuck.
Don't go in the water again.
Yeah, he's like, Billy,
Don't call Billy either.
Give me the fucking phone. And Billy's like watching. Kid's
a
dummy. Kid's a dum-dum.
Start drinking all the water.
Billy's too busy watching Barney the dinosaur. He's like, Samuel's like, get your fucking mother, you little bastard.
Going down with that Titanic meanwhile.
Meanwhile, fucking him and William H. Macy just drowning in their own fucking, filth.
Wasn't the Shameless father in that one too?
William H. Macy, that's him.
Okay, there we go.
That Frank the Plank.
Frank the Plank.
Love you, Frank the Plank.
Great. I loved him in that one. Fucking... Was he a businessman? He was kind of lying. He was lying to him the whole time. He's like, we're just taking a tour.
Yeah, he's kind of...
All of a sudden, he's on the island trying to find his son.
He played like a douchey bastard in that movie, but he's fucking... I love him. William H. Macy can fucking do no wrong. His wife, on the other hand, we don't want to talk about that, but William H. Macy can do no wrong.
Speaking of Shameless, what do they have? One season left of that?
This is the last season, and then they're wrapping it up.
Do you think she'll come back? What's her name?
Fiona.
Do you think she'll come back? She left, right?
Yeah, no, she left. There was a lot of arguments, yeah. They kind of... It's sad. It's been going downhill since, season 6 anyway, so... I still watched it because, I just
like
love
the big
characters.
man. I can't think of his name right now. Big white gentleman.
Kevin Ball, a.k.a. fucking Steve Howie.
Hilarious.
I love Steve Howie. Shout out to Steve Howie. He used to be in Reba. He played the big dummy in that one, too. He's kind of like if Gronk was in a fucking sitcom.
Literally.
A big dummy.
If Gronk didn't play football. Speaking of football, I want to speak on...
Tom Brady rant!
Brady rant. 7 rings, bitches.
I told you guys last week, I almost predicted a blowout. 13 points is a pretty good victory.
It is.
They won by 22, though. 31-9.
Yeah, they kicked fucking Mahomes' ass across the field.
Patrick Mahomes fans out there, Mahomie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What happened? He's so much better and he's younger and faster.
He's the next best thing.
Brady left me like a father leaving for a pack of cigarettes, but he still kicked Mahomes' ass. I can't lie about that one.
They dominated that game. That was fantastic to watch. It was finally a Super Bowl where you didn't have to sweat out the last few minutes.
Yeah.
You could just watch it and enjoy. I know it wasn't the Patriots, but it's still Tom Brady. Buccaneers are a great team. I feel like they'll be even better next year.
The coach of the Buccaneers better be grateful to Brady because the motherfucker was never going to win a trophy.
No, he gave him his ring. The guy's 68 years old.
Yeah, now he can die happy.
Yeah, Bruce Arians.
Meanwhile, fucking Bill Belichick, the older and meaner he gets, the longer he lives.
I think a lot more players are going to want to come join Brady down there, especially after what they did to the supposedly best team with the best player in the NFL, the Chiefs. Yeah. They actually beat the Bucs earlier on in the season by 3 points, but they started off the game on a tear. I think they were up 17-0. He threw for 300 yards in the first quarter. Tyreek Hill was scoring touchdowns, doing backflips, and giving the peace sign to the Buccaneers.
Yeah, like a fucking video game character, just want to fight.
They all got revenge, though. At the end of the day, they got revenge.
They got their ass beat.
Yeah, they held down Tyreek Hill, Mahomes. They were making him run for his life. I think I seen a stat. He ran for 500 yards in circles around the back.
When they were interviewing him right after the game, he was sweating his fucking ass off.
He was like, I haven't got my ass kicked that bad since high school. Yeah. That's how bad. That's how long it's been. Imagine that.
42-year-old man.
Imagine that. He's an NFL player. I know it's just his first 3 seasons, but he has never gotten his ass kicked in the NFL like that before.
Right.
And it's in the biggest stage, the Super Bowl.
I got a question. Once Brady does retire, is Mahomes the next best thing? Or do you think that's all fucking hype?
I feel like people overhype him, definitely, but I feel like I would say yes. He's the next best thing. He's definitely the
next best one.
Yes. Maybe Trevor Lawrence. He's coming out this year, but way too young to tell. So far, Mahomes, his first 3 years, His first year starting, 50 touchdowns, AFC Championship MVP.
Already been to the Super Bowl.
Second year, he won the Super Bowl. Third year, he lost the Super Bowl. Brady stopped another repeating champion. He stopped the Seahawks from doing it, and Russell Wilson as well.
Fuck him.
Brady is the last person. Brady and the Patriots are the last team and player to repeat as Super Bowl champions in 03 and 04.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do, ladies and gentlemen.
Pats did it.
Yeah, Pats did it, though. They had Belichick, Brady, a lot of great veterans on that team. That defense was amazing.
Good lineup.
Brady had some young, good receivers, some veterans.
I bet he did.
Troy Brown, Kevin Falk, Corey Dillon.
What they were receiving, we'll never know. But, yeah, I think next year they can be back where they were. Once again, I feel like it could even be a rematch. It wouldn't surprise me if it was the Chiefs and the Bucks again. It's very hard because of injuries and everything else that happens. You never know with the dreaded thing that's going on now. There could be no football season. We can't talk about that.
Don't want to talk about that too much. But
but fingers crossed that it fucking comes back and everything goes back to normal soon.
Bucks have a lot of players heading to free agency, but they have a lot of money. They already have players. Mike Evans, Brady. They want to take pay cuts to get these guys back. So.
I was gonna say, what about the other rumors to bring down some of the other Pats players that?
Yeah, James White, Edelman. Maybe Gilmore if he gets let free. I'll take them all. They're all veterans, proven winners.
Yeah.
I mean, Edelman's a little.
But he got that knee fixed, didn't he, just now recently?
Knees, 35.
Yeah.
They have a lot of receivers. I mean, if Chris Godwin leaves, Antonio Brown, but I feel like they're going to bring back those players, so I think Edelman. Sadly, I love Edelman, but he might be done after that. That old knee surgery. Speaking of knee surgery.
Surgery's Tom Brady, I was about to say.
Little procedure needs to be done after the Super Bowl.
What was it, like a slightly torn meniscus? It's nothing crazy. But they said it was just going to be a scope surgery.
Yeah, they said a scope. Nothing serious.
So,
I mean...
Hopefully
he played pretty well in the Super Bowl, so it must have not...
fucking ass. It couldn't have been too bad.
I mean, from what I've heard, what I've seen, the guy always wears his knee brace regardless, ever since he tore his ACL in 2007 against the Chiefs. Bastards.
The Chiefs again, yeah. But
it's okay.
But now that the season's over, like, he'll have time to recuperate anyway. It's not like he has to fucking...
Yeah,
speaking of recuperate, he seems like he has to recuperate from the fucking Four Locos or whatever the fuck he was drinking on that boat.
What about that parade? That was the greatest parade I think I've ever seen.
Why did they let him have on a fucking boat?
NFL history. How can anyone top that parade? They had their parade on boats.
Throwing fucking Heisman trophies and Lombardi trophies to each other like dummies. Like,
we have Brady drunk out of his mind. Tossing the Heisman trophy from his boat to the next boat with all the tight ends and receivers.
He's like Gronk caught that shit.
We have Gronk shirtless, dancing like this on the boat.
Yeah, it seems like something Gronk would do. He's
freaking character.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, fuck.
That parade was great, and then afterwards we have him coming off the boat. Plenty to drink.
Sliding all over the place.
On the water, plenty of sun.
He did not have his land legs back.
He has his buddy holding him up and walking away. It's
been there, done that.
Fucking great.
There's videos of it.
Well, the Bucks are pretty cocky also during that celebration. A lot of talk of repeating. A lot of talk of how they kicked the Chiefs' ass, which they did.
Yeah.
But repeating's very hard. You have to bring back the right players, add the right players, draft the right players. Hopefully people don't get hurt. People have to buy in, want to take less money. It's possible. They're saying the right things. Let's hope they do the right things.
Let's hope so.
I would love to see Brady win another one. Wow. Brady can play for as long as he wants, in my opinion. I don't get sick of watching him or Gronkowski.
He should pick a date, though, so he can fucking actually get some rest.
I don't
Enjoy the money you have. What the fuck?
I don't know if you noticed that after the Super Bowl, him and Gronk had a conversation. They're like two little kids. They threw.
They are.
Brady threw 2 touchdowns to Gronk in the Super Bowl. Most all-time postseason touchdowns between them two. They just passed Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. But they come up together, and it's like old times. He's like, 2 tuddies. Like, we got 2 tuddies. And now they have friggin' merchandise selling 2 tuddies. Like, these guys.
Fucking 2 jackasses there in the 4th grade.
They're hilarious. My favorite players. They're great. I love those guys.
Oh, fuck. They're great.
Hysterical.
Speaking of great people, do we have any shout-outs today?
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
Alright, yeah. I'll start off with the shout-outs. A couple more great guys, or a few great guys. Epic film guys.
Yeah.
Epic guys.
Yeah.
One of the best podcasts you're ever going to listen to, especially if you're a film fan. Even more so if you're a horror film fan. Fucking Justin, Nick, Loy Sauce. I love you guys. They've been...
Loy Sauce, I like that.
Brian Loy Sauce. They've actually... He's a very good kid. They're so good that Even though the post office delayed the fucking package till like a week ago, because or a couple days ago, fucking they sent me a Christmas gift, and it was a photograph. I'll
Christmas card.
Yeah, I'll put it up here. Yeah, to blame the post office, not them. It's fucking Justin as Santa Claus sitting there holding loy sauce.
That's great.
Who's wearing the Ralphie the pink fucking bunny costume from A Christmas Story, and I fucking lost my shit.
It's much appreciated, guys. Yeah, thank you.
I put it on Instagram, but I'll upload a picture and put it here. It's fucking hilarious. Love those guys. If you ever heard of them, definitely check them out. They're on iTunes, Stitcher, all that. Fucking great guys. Instagram too. Epic Film Guys. Definitely look them up. And then
Vintage.
Yeah, Vintage Henshin. He's a smaller channel. I mean, fucking a little bigger than us, but still a smaller channel. You could use his love too.
Still good content.
Yeah, this guy Mike, he just looks up old Japanese fucking Senin fucking Power Rangers kind of stuff. Kamen Rider, Ultraman.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome content. Just these great video essays on this cult and lost Japanese cinema and TV shows I brought over to the States back in the day. Highly recommend him. Vintage Henshin. Definitely check him out. He needs more fans. He deserves it.
Speaking of that, as a kid, one of my favorite things to watch were the old martial art movies.
Wow.
Fantastic. The old Jet Li movies. Anything
stuff
like that.
Good.
I just love that type of stuff. And for my shout outs, bigger again, smaller channel, bigger than us. We just started up. It's okay, but I love this guy's stuff.
Babies.
Nathaniel S. He does he turns these the old Star Wars comics from the 90s into movies. It's pretty cool. He did the Dark Empire series. I appreciate his stuff and keep doing it. You guys should check it out as well. Also,
fucking A.
The Pat McAfee Show, former NFL punter / kicker.
Pat McAfee.
I believe it was just for the Colts. Might have been another team. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, man. But I love his stuff too. Pretty good stuff. He has Aaron Rodgers on a lot. That interview's entertaining. He just covers all sports, mostly NFL, but he's a good guy. He has good sources and all that type of stuff.
I also like the studio he's building.
Yeah, he bought a old church.
He's remodeling it into a YouTube
He's got
studio.
A bar, a gym, a sauna, all types of stuff.
It's gonna be crazy.
Awesome.
It's gonna be cool
Good
as
for
shit.
him. That's awesome.
Fucking A.
Good for that guy.
So that's the shout outs.
Yes, Nerd Crush of the Week, my friend.
Oh, Nerd Crush of the Week. That's right.
It's Valentine's Day, ladies and gentlemen.
It's almost Valentine's Day, so you know what that means. Jill Valentine of Resident Evil 3 fame is our Nerd Crush of the Week. That's our waifu. Check her out. And plus, I just got done reading the wonderful S.D. Perry novelization of Halloween. Oh my god, I almost said Halloween. Of Resident Evil 3. We did too much Halloween 3 shit. It's stuck in my head still. Silver Shamrock. But Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. She wrote a fucking amazing novelization, and there's 7 of them. Check them out. There's some stuff that's in between other games, and it's just they're great movies, but great books.
Check it out.
The movies weren't that great, but the books were great, and they in the beginning of each book she kind of gives please don't yell at me, but some of the timelines are different because the games didn't come out yet, and I don't have a deadline to write this book. But they all connect still.
Sorry, I ruined the game for you, but
I fucking love the S.D. Perry Resident Evil books and Jill Valentine especially. And I remember why I loved that character as a kid, and the remake only a few months ago.
One moment, you didn't like the first Resident Evil? I thought that was excellent. The other ones weren't that good.
The first one's good.
I thought that was really good.
But I'm a huge fan of the game, so when it had nothing to do with the game, I was let down.
Okay, so I didn't play the games, ladies and gentlemen. That's probably why I had an appreciation for the first one.
The only thing that had in common with the games were zombies and fucking a spooky mansion.
Spooky mansion.
Everything else, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
What is going on?
Who is Alice, and why is this guy's wife in the movie? He's the fucking Paul W.S. Anderson's worse than fucking Rob Zombie, putting his wife in every one of his fucking movies. He got the property fucking Monster Hunter now, and he put his wife in that too. It's
really?
His wife and Ron Perlman fighting monsters.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We'll have to drop a trailer reaction for that one eventually.
We'll do it. Might as well.
But Jill fucking Valentine, member of STARS, that's the fucking special tactics rescue. I'm gonna put the fucking acronym here because it's squad, because it's a big fucking. She's fucking top Raccoon City PD. her along with Chris Redfield were kicking some ass and taking names all the way back to the fucking early 90s with fucking the first Resident Evil game. And we love her. I love her.
Now,
in that skirt.
I don't know if you remember, but the end of the first Resident Evil movie, that monster, did that have nothing to do with the game either? Not similar to any of the monsters in any of the games? Not really?
Oh, the one from the first one, the Tyrant?
The thing that was, they were on the train at, like, I think it was some weird, like, sucky mouth. Or
alright.
Teeth or something.
The liquor. It was like a brain with, like, it's all, like, muscle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's called the liquor.
Was that in the games?
Those are in the games.
Okay.
They believe they start appearing, fucking in the hallways in fucking, I think, part 2.
What about in the second one, the unstoppable jacked guy with, like, the gun on his hand and shit?
Oh, that's...
Raccoon City, the second one?
That's the nemesis, and that is the main antagonist that fucking Jill Valentine has to fight against. Umbrella made him the fucking track down the remaining STARS members because they fucking knew too much.
Wanted to wipe them out.
And wanted to get rid of them,
Yeah, they don't want them.
And that's who Jill's running from, not only in Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 3, the remake, but also the S.D. Perry novelization, Resident Evil Nemesis, which is actually not 3 in the series. They made like a few in between, so there's fucking... They do like one book's the first game, one book's fucking... a little side thing.
Yep.
And then they do part 2, and then they do like a in-between shit, and then they go to part 3, so it's like the 5th book in the series.
Do they have novels based off the movies, or not at all?
They must have, because
they probably did,
Because usually when a major movie comes out like that, they do like a fucking novelization. Because I got some novelizations for like Halloween 3, I have a novelization of. It's expensive as fuck, because they're all out of print. I got the Hellboy fucking novelizations.
Yeah, sadly, I have the novelizations of The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
But I'm a Star Wars fan, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no. Oh, you know what's good? I got the Wolfman fucking novelization. It's pretty good because I like the Rick Baker
really
one because I love the old one is like still superior, but I love the remake too.
The movie was awesome.
It was great.
Benicio del
Toro. I'll watch him in anything, and Rick Baker did the makeup.
We should do a commentary with that one.
We should.
That'd be a good one.
Anyway, back to Jill Valentine. We love her. We love you. Happy Valentine's Day, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you're lonely, whether you have a real girlfriend, or you have a internet waifu like us.
Yeah.
Jill Valentine is this week's Nerd Crush of the Week. We should do a commentary for that movie.
We should. I would like to throw one thing out there. I'm going to be a little corny. It's okay. It's Valentine's Day.
It is.
My Nerd Crush of the Week. My fiance, Angela Rose Miranda. I love you, and...
We'll put a picture of her
here. I hope we have a good night tomorrow. Good day. So, yeah, that's my Nerd Crush of the Week, and,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to make macaroni and cheese for me and my fake girlfriend, Jill Valentine, and you and your actual fiancé can have a romantic evening together. It's going to be me on the GameCube playing the fucking... the port of Resident Evil 3 alone. See how fast I can beat this.
Jill Valentine.
Oh, Jill. She could be a Jill sandwich.
I don't even know what she looks like. I've never even...
Oh, don't worry. Her picture's right here. You can't see her.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah. That short hair, blue top.
She's a bad girl.
Yeah, that tight little skirt. Oh, Jill.
Oh, Jill.
They actually give an explanation in the book, which is actually very believable, why she's dressed as sexy as she is in the fucking game, which I love. It's for convenience.
Yeah.
She goes, I can be comfortable and warm later. Right now, I need to be fucking quick and fast. And I'm like, all right, it works.
I need to get away from these zombies and crazy monsters that are trying to kill me.
Zombies. And the fucking Cerberus and that's what they call the zombie dogs and all kinds of other fucking...
Oh, yeah, those freaky things.
The hunters and the fucking beta hunters and all that shit.
The boomers.
That's Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead reference. I had to throw that out
I love that game, too.
The tank.
I would love a crossover of those fucking series. It'd be fucking hilarious. Alice just fucking hitting on Jill.
Coach.
Coach
is the best.
I love Coach and Bill. I love the two old bastards, yeah.
Yeah, Bill's hilarious.
Shit. Maybe we'll do playthroughs of the Resident Evil games and fucking Left 4 Dead one day.
Left 4 Dead would be great. Imagine going through the carnival scene with the
fucking
hilarious. Start hearing the clown noise, the clown nose,
the squeaking nose of bastards,
and all of a sudden you have a horde of zombies, fucking full speed at you.
Fucking midnight fucking riders, just playing that music. You have to lure the fucking helicopter down to get you. God, those are good games.
Yeah. Speaking of zombie games, I was a fan of the Call of Duty zombies, Nazi zombies.
Those were always fun. You're killing
always fun to do with my
killing
buddies.
those bad guys from World War II.
Yeah, Always fun. It's a little repetitive, but you always want to beat your previous round high.
Yeah.
I think I got to like 44 the highest. That thing's endless. So I can't even beat that.
Not quite zombies, but Alan Wake. I love me some Alan Wake, and I can't wait till the fucking sequel comes out. But I used to play Alan Wake American Nightmare all the time because it's kind of like you're on a time crunch and you're fucking shit up. It's kind of like this Twin Peaksy hard game where like you're like Stephen King fucking the best reference I ever heard about it, which is I think is still fucking hilarious, is imagine Resident Evil 4 if Stephen King was the main character. So you're basically a horror writer who's going through all this spooky shit and you're fucking like shooting fucking monsters taken and fucking like fucking all shit trying to find your wife. It's spooky and like they set up like a serial. It's great. Love it.
I might be mistaken, but I feel like I've heard that game, the lighting, has given people seizures before and stuff previously. I don't know how correct I am on that, but I could have swore.
It's a possibility because it goes from like dark to light, and like the whole point of the game is you're fighting these monsters enveloped in like an ancient darkness, and fucking you have to use like flares and like flashlights and shit to fucking. So that wouldn't surprise me, but no. I don't tell you about that. My eyes are fine.
That's why some certain games have that little warning. We are not liable for seizures.
Yeah, like we're not getting sued. We remember that. They remember that one episode of Pokemon from like 1995 that got pulled from American TV because all these kids in Japan had fucking seizures. I'm like, you know what? I would take a seizure to see that episode.
Yeah, if it was good enough.
Yeah,
Charizard's in it.
It was Porygon.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
No one remembers Porygon, but it's this 3D duck, basically.
Quack, quack.
I liked him.
Charizard will make him fried duck.
Yeah. You can eat Farfetch, too. It's not a duck.
Fried duck.
Oh, God. I like Porygon, though, because it was, like, just expensive as fucking...
Yeah.
You had to win it at the casino, which is... Oh, God. I don't like gambling, but I like gambling in a game. Because I know that the prizes are good.
Man, it's not my money, so...
It's fake money. You can find money on the ground in that game.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, yeah. We'll end up playing some video games on this channel too. Don't worry. Once we develop the technology to go streaming. We'll figure it out eventually.
Eventually, ladies and gentlemen. Now
that OBS and whatnot.
Now you will like our episodes, commentary, and trailer reactions, or else. And
I don't know what
or else. No, I'm just kidding.
Please.
Pretty please. But also
two tuddies.
Also, I'm starting up a series just by myself about the Clone Wars.
You will be. We'll link that down in its own little playlist once the first episode's uploaded.
So far, I've done the animated movie back in 2008, The
Star
Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars.
Did the first episode, Ambush, and the second episode, Rising Malevolence.
And if you're lucky, I might hop in for an episode or two. People love me.
This man will hop in.
That's what she said.
Once or twice.
Once in a blue moon, I shall hop.
But
so look forward to that.
Look forward to that. And I want to do the new trailer that's coming out soon. I believe it's dropping tomorrow. DC, the new teaser trailer for the Snyder's Cut.
We'll talk about that, definitely.
Supposed to be getting Darkseid, appearance from Darkseid.
Yeah, and his origins. Definitely, that's going to be interesting.
Great to see. The more
I'm just hoping they fucking fix that CG. Because the thing, if you're going to put 4 hours into this cut, like, fix that fucking CG.
Supposedly they fixed the CG a lot on, what's the villain's name? Not Darkseid, Who's the villain? Who's the villain in that?
Oh, anyway, Apocalypse?
No.
I almost said that. On that thing.
Anyway, the fight scene with the Amazonians with him has been changed a lot, supposedly. Way better in the beginning when he's going after those mother boxes. So, be interesting to see.
We shall see.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely let you guys know when that trailer drops.
Also, we're getting a nightmare sequence. Another added nightmare sequence with Batman showing the Joker, Jared Leto.
I don't know about this part.
My friend's favorite Joker.
Because I seen the makeup of him as the Joker in this one. He looks very fucking odd, and not just that.
Long hair. It's like all the way down.
Batman v Superman. I almost dozed off in that scene. Like that. Like, come on, you don't need a. I like Batfleck. I can't even like. I like Ben Affleck as Batman. Like, I give him a chance. Everyone else was talking mad shit. I was like Kevin Smith, and I liked it. I held on to him and put him close to my bosom.
Yes, I like.
But you didn't need a fucking. That was way too long of a fucking dream sequence. We get it.
Yeah.
You're in personal language, and like your life's a living hell, and you're in a fucking old fucking portrait of fucking hell, and like
we get it.
Bats are your thing, and we like settled the fuck down.
We get it. You hate your life, your parents.
Exactly. Oh, my mother's name is Martha. Like, which they busted their balls on and fucking
every meme in the internet now.
Yep.
Martha.
Yeah. Then what the fuck did he say in the other movies? Like, what was your mother's name? Like, I forget. Like, jackass.
Stupid reference towards that.
But you know what?
Speaking of DC, I heard the spoilers again. I haven't seen it, so if someone gets upset, I'm sorry. I heard Wonder Woman 2 was awful, ladies and gentlemen. Completely garbage.
Was not good. The first one was fucking amazing, but the second one was just a bunch of like. They used 80s nostalgia and the fact that people like that retro 80s vibe right now.
Speaking of that, the gentleman that was talking to me about that said they picked some of the worst 80s songs in the movie. They didn't even pick the good ones.
They did. They try to be different and like.
They didn't even pick the classic good ones. They picked, I don't know.
Yeah, the soundtrack wasn't that great. They could have had some better 80s tunes in there.
But go ahead, continue.
But
retro.
Yeah, they went for that retro 80s thing, which is fine, and like I love it. And I grew up watching old like fucking hand-me-down 80s movies like fucking every day of my life on VHS till they burnt out the tape. But there's a line between nostalgic and fucking like it makes you feel good and like and then just using that as like one of the main fucking premises of your movie because you have no substance. It was all flash, no sizzle, apparently. So
I don't think I'll be checking this one out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I honestly didn't sit through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I know one person that liked it, but she doesn't like comic book movies, so she was like, oh, this is nice. Yeah, she doesn't know that, like, that's not my Wonder Woman. But
now, how was Mulan? I know that's a little off topic. Still Disney, but... Well, not still Disney, that's DC.
So the same person I was talking about loves Disney movies, and she hated the Mulan remake. We saw that. We saw the Lion King remake, and like Jon Favreau did that one for a fucking paycheck, so they could allow him to do the Star Wars shit. He's like, I'll take one on the chin.
Yeah, I heard they went a little too far, too realistic with the animals.
Quit remaking like good classic cartoons. Like they're fine the way they are.
You don't need to remake something that's excellent.
There's nothing wrong with fucking animation. Like fucking animation's fine for adults too. Like, and if you grew up on it, like you don't want it ruined and changed.
Listen, are you gonna remake the original Star Wars trilogy, the Lord of the Rings series?
Eventually.
That's work of art. You can't touch that.
Wait until
no, not eventually. You don't touch that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's why you gotta do what they did for Back to the Future. And fucking like Robert Zemeckis put a clause in his will that while he's alive they cannot fucking change those movies or remake them. And I'm like, good. They that. The problem is Spielberg, who produced it, is like him and Luke. He's the one that like convinced Lucas to fucking like let's redo E.T., let's redo Star Wars, let's redo fucking Indiana Jones, and they're both like, all right.
Is there rumors for E.T. being remade or?
They already not remade, but they did a remaster and they added a bunch of trash to it. Like they changed like all the FBI's guns and the flashlights and fucking walkie-talkies. Which who holds a walkie-talkie like this?
Now, do you think it's possible they could ever do a prequel to that or a sequel, or do you think they would just go the remake
I would like to fucking see a Star Wars series where fucking there's an E.T. Jedi, and then like you find out like the finger things of fucking force healing. Yep. Which would make fucking sense. They're in the Star Wars galaxy. They're in the Senate. They're in the Senate Council.
The Phantom Menace. There's
evidence. Those
three little shits. They're in the.
And they're all like,
Senate. Yes.
I'm like,
they're cheering.
So like they act like dumbass even on their own fucking even in space.
Yeah.
I thought he was just drunk on Earth. Oh, Star Wars.
E.T. Great character.
Just drunk fucking eating cottage cheese with the dog. Fucking freaking out.
Sticking his fingers in weird foods.
He's like having another Coors Light. He's like
E.T. has a problem. We have to send him to 8.
Exactly. D. Walls comes and drink all my fucking beer. What the fuck?
Billy, where'd they go?
Elliot, did you drink my beer? No, Mom's the alien. Elliot.
The Reese's Pieces, that's really funny. He leaves a trailer.
That's how
Reese's
people lure
Pieces.
me in places, too. Like, just leave a fucking trailer candy with a fat
I would
fuck.
follow it, too. As long as it's a clean surface, I'm all for it.
Yeah, you want to make sure it's clean because you don't want it to become Reese's Feces.
No Reese's Feces.
Just Reese's Feces.
You do not want a sore throat, etc.
You get more of a sore throat, you get a fucking open mouth.
Literally. Hepatitis. Jesus Christ.
And on that lovely note,
Yes.
make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Hit that little bell there for notifications.
And remember that I'm Chris.
I'm Sir Eli. Wookie Wang.
And you've been listening to the Smartass Podcast. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Catch you next time.
Bye, Internet.
The boomers.